Welcome to Radio Fixer's channel. Subscribe for upcoming videos. This is an old speaker that I bought many years ago. I'm not sure what unit this is belonged to. If you know anything about this, please feel free to let me know in the bottom. Add it in the comment section. Seems like the back is a backlight, or is it metal? It is a metal that was painted brown and somebody spray beige over it. Even they spray the cloth to beige, as you can see. That's how the bottom look like. It still has little like a pad in the bottom. Let's see if I can take this apart. I hope I can, because I need to fix it. See, the wire is already broke off. This is the way it was when I bought it. I bought it from the thrift shop here at least over 30 years ago, and I thought someday I'm going to work on this. Now is the time to take care of this, to see if it's going to work or not. As you can tell, it has a jack, mono jack. Pretty interesting speaker. So let's take it apart. There's one screw here. Is there any other screw anywhere else? Seems like there's another one here too. Alright, let's get it started. Okay, this is the third one. It has 3 screws, really small screws. Alright, let's see how this speaker look like inside. A bunch of cotton inside. See that? It is soldered to this switch right there. This is how it look like inside. Of course, that switch doesn't come off. You see, they stamped them. It's like a cotton. I assume it's a cotton. How old is this? This is like 1920s, I assume. Again, please feel free to let me know what this is. I'm going to get rid of this because I don't know what it is. It looks like cotton, but I have no clue what's inside. Alright, let's check this. I assume you just pull it off. Yeah, that's the way you do. This is how it looks like. Very interesting design. It is metal. I thought this was made with bakelite, but it is metal. Alright, so that's the speaker. Again, they put some type of cotton here. I guess they add those cotton so the sound doesn't bounce back in the case. Very interesting design. Alright, let me figure these things out. Okay, this is that part of the speaker. I already took the other ones out. I sprayed on this color. It's nice, but I want to make it a little different. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it in a plastic container like this. I'm going to pour this lacquer thinner and then close this, and I'm going to let it set for a day or so. Let the thinner eat all the paints. You remember, this is originally was like a brown, then somebody painted with a beige, then I painted with different color, the sparkly brown. It came out pretty nice, but I want to do different thing. So that's what I'm going to do. As you see, I pour thinner in it. Now I'm going to close the top so it doesn't evaporate. Then tomorrow we're going to take it out. I'm going to use that steel wool, just a small piece, to clean the part. Here I put, of course, this inside 2 containers just to make sure if something happens, it doesn't get on the concrete. So we're going to take this out, the lead. Doing this one hand is tough, man. Okay, let's take the lid off. Now you see what happened here to the part? Since I closed it, it didn't evaporate. You see what happened with the paint? Now I'm going to use the steel wool to remove everything out. You know, all the 3-layer paint to remove it. You see how it comes off? See that? So it's the easiest to use the steel wool to pull this out. Sometimes you have to soak it again like that. You see? It falls off. See that? I didn't even use the steel wool. It comes off. So I'm going to clean it, then polish this thing. All right, just want to show you. All right, you see how clean this is? All the paint comes out of it. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to polish it instead of painting it. As I mentioned earlier, I painted to almost original color, but then I didn't like it. I said, let me remove all the paint. As you see what I did to remove the paint. Now this is what the result is. Using the chemical to remove all the paint. Now we're going to polish it. I'm going to try this product. I'm using many things and I'm pretty happy with it. Let's see if this is going to actually polish that. Alright, let me try. I'm going to put some on the clean paper towel, then try to polish it. Always I suggest wear gloves to do this work because it's very messy. You see how much things pulling out? Alright, as you see, everything is polished. Now I'm going to use car wax. Can be any car wax, you know, to wax all this so it doesn't rust. We can add some in the paper towel and rub it in, that's all. It's the liquid. And when I was taking this speaker apart, I made a big mistake. I should know better. I removed the screw out of the center. Of course, that's caused everything came out. The magnet came out. You know, here the other piece is out as well. This one has a cardboard around it, as you see. There's a cardboard that it allows this goes in the center of the voice coil. So now I have to put it back together. So again, this is 2 pieces. This is a cardboard that is the center of the magnet, and where the voice coil goes over it. If you look at it, that's the voice coil right there. You see that? So now I have to put this together. Usually you do it opposite. You put all this together, then put the cone. Now I have to do reverse it. The reason I took that screw out because I thought this was a way, but I know better for next time. So do not take that screw out when you're working on the speaker. So let's do that. Let's put this thing together here. So you just put my finger underneath so it doesn't drop. You want to be very gentle, not hurt anything. Okay, it went in as you saw. Alright. I had to make this screw. The other one I had it all got messed up. I had to cut this to the size. So this goes right in the center like that. I'm just going to put it here so it hold it. Then we have to do all the adjustment. I will show you how we're going to do that. Okay. Now I'm going to put the magnet in. Be very careful you don't put your finger in the speaker. So this is a magnet, of course. I'm going to put it this way. Again, do not take this screw out when you're working a speaker. It's going to cause a lot of issue. Let's get the magnet now is here. Still, I need to do a lot of adjustment. Okay, to adjust the center of that coil, I have to play music or something like that, so be able to adjust it to know where is that little shaft should be in the center of the voice coil. It should not rub against anything. If it rub against the side of that coil, it will not work pretty well. So let me set this up. I put this drawing together to be able to explain what I'm trying to do. This magnet that I removed, now I'm putting it back together. Of course, that magnet is attached to the pole piece. This is the piece that I was talking about that is surrounded with cardboard, as I shared with you earlier. Now, this pole piece should be in the center of this voice coil. Voice coil is right here. If it's not on the center, you know, it's not going to work pretty well. So what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to try to adjust this portion, all this portion, you know, keep moving it around until be able to get it in the center. So that's what my plans are. Hopefully this makes sense. I put this together to the two alligator, and here's a mono jack. And I set this up so I'll be able to hook up to a speaker as quick as I can. So you have two options. You can use Bluetooth to your amplifier to amplify it into the speaker, or you can hook up the radio directly to this. So I have that option, or I can use this right here, all right, to amplify it to the speaker. Hopefully that makes sense. This is already on. Let's turn this on. Of course, this goes here. This is out. I have a great video about how to use this. I suggest pretty highly to watch it. I will show you different way you can hook up this to any type of a speaker and get a great result. Okay, we're going to hook up to the speaker. You see, it doesn't sound very well because this is not adjusted correctly. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start moving this a little bit back and forth. Just listen to the result. So what that means now is centering better on a speaker, you know, coil, that metal. See, it's getting better now. Now let's hook this up to the Bluetooth. I just want to make sure that I'm getting a good result before finish with the speaker. The Bluetooth is on. See, it's blinking. It seems like this is the best adjustment I can get. So again, I'm moving this back and forth. Make sure it's the center. I think this is it. Let me now tighten the screw. As you recall, this piece had some type of like a cotton over it. I removed the cotton, it was pretty dirty. And this is a product I'm going to use. I just need to, you know, cut it and then stick it. It comes with the glue, so I don't need to mess around with glue in it. It is thick enough that it fit there perfect. I'm going to quickly mark it. The size that I'm looking for. Okay, and this is cut to the size. Peel these things off. Again, the good thing about this product, you know, it has already glue in the back, as you can see, so I don't need to mess around with glue in this. All right, see, it's already stick. So now I can install it inside the speaker. I already marked this, so I know where this thing goes. You see, this is the mark right here. See, this is the way I had to take it out. I didn't know I could do this way. That's why all that problem. All right, Then goes this in like that. And then I have to turn this. See that red mark I put? It should go to this red mark right here. Just turn it like that. Alright? That's why I put a mark over there so I know. I assume they add this again, the sun doesn't go other direction, comes this direction. That's my assumption. And this is the product I'm going to use to lubricate this on and off switch here. See, it's off and on switch, so I add some inside here as well as back here. Just a couple of drops, that's all. Just going to go back and forth a few times to clean the connection for on and off switch. Since it was stamped, I could not remove it, so that's the best way I could do. Let's start soldering all the wires together. This wire goes here. Alright, let's solder the second wire. I'm going to tint the wire a little bit so make it much easier. Alright, the second one is done. Now let's put it together. This goes like that. It's a little crazy the way it goes together. Everything should line up. Alright. Alright, this is the last screw. Of course, this goes in the bottom like that. Alright, this is all been put together. As you see, I add also that in the bottom too, like original. I use the same type of cord that they use. It was as close to original as possible. I really like it this way, being polished. It came up very nice. I'm very happy with the end result. What do you think about this? Feel free to leave a comment in the bottom. Alright, so let's hook it up to the stereo system to see how it's performing. Alright, hook this speaker to this stereo system right there. So now let's test it. I set up this radio on a sport channel. You know, if I put in any type of music, YouTube gonna kick me out due to copyright. So believe it or not, this is the stereo I have. Hopefully I'm going to make another video just about this stereo. I have this since it was brand new. I bought it late 1970s and it still works perfect. So let's test it. I'm going to turn it up. Led by as many as 7. He then had a double bogey on the 8th hole that opened the window, not too much. It was his first bogey of any kind over his previous 33 holes. The lead went down to 4 shots on 2 occasions, but he has come back with a strength down the stretch, and he is, again, just having teed off the 18th hole, about to Open Championship victory. Now, here is this insane note. So as you guys have been talking about, this will be his 4th career Grand Slam championship. Won the Masters in 2022. Last year won the PGA Championship this year. As you see now, the speaker worked perfect. The hissing sound you hear because of the fluorescent light above. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in comment what you think about this speaker. At this time, I want to take the opportunity and thank my subscribers with their uplifting comment. You always encourage me to upload more videos, since this is just a hobby of mine. Again, I appreciate you. Enjoy all these videos, and you all have an awesome day. Take care. If you're interested to see more videos like this, feel free to subscribe to my channel, and you will be notified when new video being uploaded. You have a great day.